Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so DOSember begins today for me. We're gonna play Under a Killing Moon, but after that, we're gonna play Lands of Lore. I haven't played in forever. Looking forward to going back to that as well. And then we're gonna play a little Loom. Maybe in between, we'll play some random DOS games just for the fun of it. Check out some DOS games on archive.org. The celebration of DOS. That's what this all is. Let's hope this game's controls are not going to make me sick. Because it's the sensitivity of the mouse I'm really worried about more than anything. No. Starting a new game. It's my test game from earlier. Interactive movie. Ooh. This game is from 1994. Year I graduated high school. I'm old. All right, let's start. Let's do a new game. What will we call this? Actually, let's delete the old games. We don't need them anymore.
So, they found it again, have they? I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest. The Germans have vowed to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
I was gonna read that. I didn't realize James Earl Jones was gonna do the voiceover. God rest his soul. What's up, Dr. Goa? Yeah, we just started. Yeah, no. Oh, look, Margot Kidder's in this. I remember. Russell Means. The voice of James Earl Jones. Not James Earl Jones himself, his voice. His voice was on the check when they cashed it. It said voice of James Earl Jones. That's what the check was made out to. Yep, Lois Lane. Who's in my favorite horror movie of all time, the original Black Christmas.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now. Yeah, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm gonna move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
No, I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Oh. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers, you sold me out. But that's all gonna pass. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now, you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you. No!
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
Day 1, coming up phlegm. Alright, let's do this.
So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks into my office. Made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the Colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy.
Yes, we're coughing up phlegm, Mitchell. Sorry, I wanted to wait for the voiceovers to end to comment on and answer your questions, Alex. Yes, Black Christmas, as I said, is my favorite horror film of all time. I've actually met Margot Kidder. I have had a chance to meet Olivia Hussey. I did not meet her. I kind of regret it. But I have a feeling like there'll be opportunities in the future to meet her. I have not seen the fan-made short. I need to go back and watch it. And I didn't know there was a sequel short or another one with Olivia Hussey in it. That is awesome. She's in it. I'm gonna have to check both of those out. Yeah, but not coughing up phlegm, cuffing up phlegm. So, I'm a big fan of Margot Kidder. I mean, outside of Superman, she was in, obviously, Black Christmas, but she was also in Last House on the Left. So, another good film. Doing horror back then. Alright, so here we are. This is our office. This is first person view. This might get a little annoying because the mouse is so sensitive to movement. Let's have a look around.
This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups. The Scotch Guard that Rudy's upholstering service put on my office chairs will stand up to anything. And I ought to know.
Yeah, so it's got an interesting interface, this game. Because it takes you out of first person mode, and then you could do like different actions, open, talk, get, move, examine. And then it has this also, this pretty cool little interface here. I don't know what the text button is, travel. Guess travel takes you to the overworld map. And the auxiliary panel, which is the config, save, all that stuff. So let's save the game. Do it for starts. Let's go with that. It looks like it's going to increment the file names. Add comment. Start of game. Alright. Gotta be real careful with this mouse. I think the problem is that the mouse operates in a 640 by 480 area. So it's kind of annoying that way. You can see it kind of moves quickly and turns fast.
I call this painting The Big Spill.
Can't even see what that is, actually. I turn down the sensitivity enough, I think, where it won't be a problem.
My gun. I love it so much.
Let's get that gun. Use it a lot.
Trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this? Huh? Bam, bam. Hey, bam, bam, bam. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. And you.
Whoops.
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that, too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days.
Is there death and or soft locking in this game? I've seen people play this game and I don't remember. It's a good question. I'm assuming there might be some death, but not soft locking. I don't ever recall anybody saying they got soft locked in this game. There are times when you don't know what to do and you're just going back and forth to different areas to figure it out. But for the most part, I wouldn't think it is. One of those games where you get soft locked. My assumption is you can die though. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, so he doesn't have his gun anymore.
The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
Well, it's a school of dance on the sign.
Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training. That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required.
Yeah, he uses his gun a lot in the first two games, so I'm surprised they kind of got rid of it.
Ah, the closet door.
We go check out the closet, right?
All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like, and they stay with it.
Mm-hmm. It's always been a signature outfit.
Another pile of garbage. There just aren't enough hours in the day. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni. This piece of art is called Two Whales on a Bender. This one really isn't art, it's a placemat from Taco Bob's.
Let's check out his desk.
My phone would work perfectly if it hadn't been disconnected.
I'm glad they gave his voice so I don't have to read every single line in the game, but there's a lot of voiceovers in this game.
Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list.
Has something to say about everything.
Ah, Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholstery and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Talk about overacting.
Oh, Tex, honey, I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey, I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better.
Yeah, it only got worse. Top-notch acting, yeah. It's got better acting than most movies. Ah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, we're gonna just start spinning endlessly. Or just start moving around. I lowered the mouse sensitivity in DOS box, but just want to see what's on the floor here.
Oh boy, mail. Oh boy, mail.
Check our inventory. Surgery, gift certificate, credit card application, sales flyer. We actually look at these? I thought we could. Examine. The gift certificate entitles the holder to one free cosmetic job, nose, boob, etc., courtesy of the Real You Surgical Clinic. 30 minutes to a better you. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe we'll use it.
A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
It's a good way to commit credit card fraud since the previous guy had it all filled out for him. Grand reopening sale. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., the electronics shop will open its newly remodeled store and offer a veritable bonanza of bargains. Dongles, fax machines, remote control toys, stereos, vid phones, doohickeys, dingers, whatchamacallits, and much, much more. Remember, this game takes place in the future, and we still have fax machines. Be sure to check out the unbelievable prices of your own line of dandy products. Remember to bring your electronics shop credit card and plan to stay late. You won't believe the deals. They're insane. Plasma, what's up? Yes, we're celebrating DOS here for DOSember. Officially starts today, at least for me. What's good? Yeah, this is a great series. This is the first time playing it. This is the first game I chose, so starting with this one. We ended up finishing up Dark Watch last night, so I did the evil ending. I'm gonna go back and probably try to do the good ending at some point. Alright, there's a computer in the background. Let's go there. Terminal or something. Ah! I gotta lower the mouse sensitivity even more, I think.
CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
They were in 4K? Wow. Yeah, I have that game too. I wish they would make another one. We don't need no remakes or anything of this. We just need more games in the series, because they were all good. They're classics. Crime Link 99A. Crime Link. We make it stick. Okay, so when we're figuring out suspects and whatnot. I guess this is where you enter all the information. Asks you if you're a mutant or not. Possible matches, 100 plus. Oriental? Man, that's racist. I don't know. See if there's anything that matches the database. Shoe size, blood type, eye color, 3 eyes, white. Yeah, that's where we enter our info. Yeah, this is a great series. I have all the games in the series, so I want to make my way through all of them at some point. Did you know the guy that plays Tex Murphy is tall as fuck? He's like 6'7", even taller than me. You're like taller than 6'7"? I'm only 6'4", but or you're almost as tall as 6'7", I'm saying. Yeah, he looks pretty tall from the looks of it. Margot Kidder's in this game too. We'll eventually get to her. I think he towers over her. He's really, really short. All right, I think, well, wait. Let's get a fax machine here. Let's check that out.
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
A new fax
This cabinet
machine.
is where my old successes
In the
go
future.
to die.
Let's open this.
Nothing here but nostalgia.
6'3", so apparently I'm 1 inch shorter than you if you're 6'4". I'm 6'4". Some people say I'm 6'3". DMV says I'm 6'4", so I'm going with 6'4". It's on my driver's license. Were you a basketball player when you were younger by chance? All I ever get asked. Oh, you must have played basketball. You're 6'4". I did play basketball, but I wasn't very good at it. But I was really good at hockey, and I stuck with that. All right, let's save the game. I think we can get out of here, actually. 28 points so far. Indeed, wrestlers always add an inch or two on top of their actual height. There you go. Yeah, like all the wrestlers in the 90s were like 5'8", 5'9", and they had to make it look like they were humongous, so... Not gonna renumber it? Okay. I got asked a few times, but I only played basketball in elementary school, grade 7. Yeah, that's the same as I did. By the time I went to high school, it was a big deal there, because I went to a basketball high school that produced a lot of NBA players. So I would have probably been sitting the bench the entire time, so I was like, I'm not even going to try. Ah, running around. Get a handle on this. Reset.
My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb.
Day off school and pizza if you signed up? That sounds good. I joined by mistake, actually, because they were sending a sheet around for a pizza party and not having to do homework, but if you didn't put your name on the list, you had to do homework and stuff. That's a good reason to get tricked into doing it. I was hoping we could leave that on while we were just hanging out in the apartment. Yeah, this mouse sensitivity, I think we're going to need to reduce it a little more.
That's the door to the street. The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot.
The wall on the court. I was pretty tall, but I wasn't like broad. I was pretty skinny. But they put me at center. And there were a couple of times where, you know, I would just, like, the guy would be running the lane, and I would just bulk up and stand there and just let him run into me. I get a foul called every time, but, you know, it would keep him from hitting that layup or even attempting one.
Chelsea runs a first-rate newsstand.
Is that us crouching? This is us looking around. Should probably go to a newsstand, right? And talk to Chelsea. Funny enough, in high school, one of the teachers that coached football kept bugging me weekly to join the football team. He always called me Big Man whenever he saw me. Well, yeah, they see somebody who's broad shoulders. They're like, oh, we need a linebacker. Can I have one? The interface for this game is kind of weird. They should have just made a keyboard. Not to look around with the mouse. I think the sensitivity needs to be lowered. That's the problem.
Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes.
Yeah, football's really rough. I know people who've had, like, their kids, like, get, like, spinal, x-rays just to see how things were going, and they had, like, fluid in their spine and all this crazy stuff, and basically the doctor was like, yeah, don't let them play football anymore and stuff like that. Remember, the only issue I had with this game is I couldn't figure out how to invert the vertical look, where up is down and down was up. I think you got to do it in the ini file.
All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols.
You look left or right here? I want to look at this car.
My trusty 31 lightning bolt speeder. I still regret not getting the sunroof option.
By 31, I'm guessing he means 2031, right?
On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much.
Yeah, indeed. This game obviously runs on DOSbox, so it's a little easier to configure it, but if you had the original version of the game, and you could... I've looked into the original version of the files. They're in the folder, but I don't remember seeing an ini in there. It was probably a BAT file instead. I don't even think this game had a setup. An external setup file. Alright, to the newsstand.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me.
Can talk to her.
Chelsea runs a first-rate newsstand.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't spend much time looking for it either. So I own all the Tex Murphy games, but I've only ever beaten 2 of them. Really. So I haven't played the first 2. I skipped over them because they're basically harder to control. Camilio was playing... I think he was playing Mean Streets recently. I stopped in to take a look at it. I prefer the first-person games like this. Skipped over them for that reason too. Yeah, you have to. They tell you to do so. This is unfortunate, but you know, it's something you probably don't want to see me play on stream first too. I love the FMVs, so
could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant, just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
I thought you didn't know she was.
Hello, stranger.
Tell
Go
me,
charmingly
Burgess,
curious.
Has the new True Detective come in yet?
Yeah, but you gotta pay for it this time. Hey, when you finish a magazine, it is in no condition to sell.
That makes me interesting and wanted to try it. I want to see how it works nowadays. PC speaker for voice acting? I can't even imagine that.
Well, think of it this way, Chelsea. Reading True Detective makes me a better PI, and good PIs are hard to find.
Well, you know, Tex, you just might have a chance to show how good a PI you are. Had you heard that Rook's place got robbed?
No, I didn't. What do you know about it?
I could ask about all these things. Let's ask about the burglary. It was very cool and sounded pretty good, high quality for 1989. Mean Streets was the first game that I saw advertised in like a PC magazine back then. I used to take out PC magazines all the time from the library and just like look at all the advertisements and stuff. And, you know, that was in every PC magazine, Mean Streets. And I'm like, oh, this is the game to play if you have a PC. Even though I had a PC back then, obviously it was a little too mature of a title for me to play. I was only like, what, 11 years old? So I stuck to like sports games like Earl Weaver Baseball and other DOS games like that.
Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
Bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor. Is this one of those games where I have to keep taking notes? Because I will gladly take notes. I like games that allow me to take notes. Got to sneak by the parents to play games like Duke 3D. Oh, 3D back in the day? Yeah, definitely. I don't know why I still have the Diablo manual here. Put it away. Played Diablo now like almost 8 months ago, right? Probably even longer than that. All right. Green tattoo, right arm. I remember playing Doom. I remember playing Quake. Nocturne. That was a game I played. I liked it a lot because it had like all these FMV videos in it, and it was very cool comic book kind of atmosphere, and it had a lot of nudity in it that I didn't know about. Need to play Diablo 1 again. Played this really shit mod, which added stuff from Diablo 2, and it was super unbalanced. I gotta play the DLC still on that. Technobog? Technobog?
I remember Rusty. He had a kid's show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
Oh, about the mod. If Technobog was the one. Yeah, I remember that Nocturne as well. That game was a trip. I wanted to replay it, but I realized, yeah, it might have been that mod. But I realized the GOG version of the game is censored, so I still have the original CD-ROM of it, but I could extract the files and I could put it in DOSBox and play the original game. Pretty good mod. Pronounced similar to Chernobog. Okay, Chernobog. T is kind of silent.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
So we have all these questions to ask her, but she has no answers. Except for the burglary.
Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand.
Mr. Wise, welcome. We just started. We're about half an hour in, I think.
Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye.
Oh, Beelzebub. I'm doing well, Braxton. I'm really excited to be playing Under a Killing Moon tonight.
Franny's a live wire. Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do.
Really into this.
I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood. Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet.
It's funny how these are all iconic actual magazine covers. There's a New Yorker right here.
Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
Okay, well, anything else about the burglary?
Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
Beelzebub mode was shot, shit, broken as fuck. Toho bullet hell, jeez. Okay, tattoo on arm. I think that's it. Alright, let's move on. See where else we can go. We know about the burglary. I know there's some suspicious guy with a bright green tattoo on his arm.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. It's all locked up.
Okay, we can't go in there. Built on the same mod. No more development on Beelzebub, but Chernobog is still under development, I recommend. Reminds me of a movie called Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer. Oh god, I remember that movie. Yeah. It was a ridiculous movie. On a submarine.
I heard this newspaper box got destroyed right after Chelsea opened her newsstand. Coincidence? These fire hydrants are commonly used by the locals to mark territory in front of their respective business establishments.
You know, you could just play the mod that I played. What was it called again? Modernizes the game. Brings it up to like 1080p. Devolution X, that was what it was called. Doesn't really change anything in the game either. It brings back multiplayer too. I'm sure you know about it. As a D2 stuff, yes, you could try Devolution instead, like Nick said, yeah. Yeah, Devolution is really good.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well. But there's nobody living inside.
We can go inside, alright. Do it.
Ardo Newpop is a gigantic goon who works at the front desk at the Golden Gate Motel. Ardo's no rocket scientist. In fact, he probably doesn't even know what a rocket scientist is.
Yeah, the auto gold pickup. It is pretty good. Prefer Diablo 1 in its original form. Diablo 2 stuff should stay in Diablo 2. Diablo 1 is better without the extra stuff. Yeah, Devolution 1 just makes the game better. more modern. It doesn't really change anything else in it. And it restores multiplayer, which is nice. Oh, we're getting big raid. Say hello to Peebs. Shout him out. Thank you for the raid, Peebs. They might be seeing a commercial. I'm not sure yet. But... say hello to my little friend. Hey Peebs, how are you? Thank you for the raid. Yeah, Tex just started. We're getting along here. We found out about a burglary. That's all we have so far. Literally just started. But welcome in raiders and welcome everybody from Peebs' community. Let's shout them out. Guys, check out Peebs' stream. What were you playing tonight? Take a look. Retro. It's weird. Doesn't give you the full thing. But yeah, we started our DOSember run here, and we are playing Tex Murphy as the first game. Wizardry 7 on PSX. Sweet. Sweet. Good game. The PSX. That must be interesting. Imagine playing Retro. What a lame game. You know, Retro is a real game. That's how this category got invented, and then apparently the Retro community took it over. That was supposed story I heard. So yeah, so we're celebrating DOS games with DOSember, and this is our first game. Lands of Lore will be second, and Loom will be third. So welcome everybody. All right, we get to talk to this guy. The game crash. I minimized it. So we're gonna have to do. Nope, it didn't crash. Okay, we're not using hints. Oh, I gotta ask him a question. All right, boob tube hobnobbing. Go with
Anything good on the tube today?
Uh-huh. I'm watching the Captain Wallaby show, and he's so funny.
that. People use it to do sleep streams. Yes. Yes, plenty of sleep streams out there. The first guy who did it by accident, fell asleep in front of his stream. Woke up to like 300 plus viewers just watching him sleep. Crazy.
I always thought that Captain Wallaby was a pedophile.
You mean he likes to ride bikes? I have a bike.
Oh, that's great, Ardo. Look, I'm a detective, and I've come by to ask you some questions.
Okay. I can answer some questions, but first I have to put on my fire hat because Inspector Burns' fire safety show is going to be on pretty soon.
Yeah, this guy. Let's ask him about the burglary.
I don't know what that is.
It's supposed to be a point-and-click adventure game? Oh, man. Imagine you're the developer of that game. Ken knows not, and you have a Twitch channel all dedicated to it, and people are just sleeping on purpose on there.
I used to watch his TV show, and it was pretty good, but then it stopped. And then he opened a store down the street, and I used to go there and buy stuff, but then it closed.
My guess is this guy is even taller.
I never heard nothing about that.
Ardo.
I just want to be like my hero, Inspector Burns, because fire safety is very important.
It's all about fire safety, huh?
I don't know what that is. She's the lady who makes the best pizza. I eat at her pizza place all the time because I love it.
Highly recommended.
He's a nice guy, and I like to eat there because there's a TV.
Who was the big guy who played Tiny on in House of a Thousand Corpses, was it? Or was it Devil's Rejects? That's who this guy reminds me of. Ask about your PP. I don't know what that is.
Ooh, Chelsea is pretty cool. because she's got good magazines and stuff. That's where I bought my Inspector Burns fire safety manual.
Chelsea thinks he has a crush on her.
I went to his pawn shop because I thought he would have Inspector Burns action figures, but he didn't, and I got mad at him, so he probably don't like me.
Fair enough. Save it. How do you actually view these comments? It's cool that it allows you to add them. This place? Acme Warehouse. Private property, no trespassing.
The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while.
Go in?
Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door.
Movie theater looks like it's closed too.
The most interesting thing about these movie posters is that someone hasn't stolen them yet. The Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was condemned years ago and could collapse any day. There's no way I'm going in there.
Bijou Theater. I actually knew somebody named Bijou. Interesting name. Maybe we should go into this area right here. See what's there.
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
Yeah, he does. I think all the voice acting in this is pretty good.
Ah, the once majestic Chandler.
Including the deliberately bad
Enough
voice
radiation
acting.
in this asphalt to fry an egg on Christmas morning.
I know it's trying to be a little bit of Blade Runner, but it's definitely not, but... Alright, we already talked to Chelsea. Electronics shop. Go check that out.
This is the brand new electronics shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to get inside the electronics shop until I get a membership card.
You know, membership card for that? Pawn shop. Let's go there. Rook's Pawn.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
Yeah, I love that. I don't have to read any lines of dialogue because of it. They really, really did a lot in this with this game. Trying to make it as epic as possible.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
What do you want, Murphy?
Let's use our wit.
Looks like someone didn't get enough fiber in his breakfast this morning.
Shut up, Murphy. The last thing I need right now is a yappy-mouthed wise guy.
Yeah, indeed. And with the point system, you feel like if you miss anything, you're not going to get enough points to actually finish the game. So you just want to look at everything.
Okay, Rook. What's the scoop?
Last night, someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday, I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
How much is a fair amount of cash?
In this case, $8,000.
Boy, that's a lot of clams, Rook.
Don't you think I know that?
The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the 8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
Emma Nimpton, $8,000. Gotta remember that.
Did you get any other information from this Emma Nimpton?
She left a phone number. I called her this morning, but the line is disconnected.
So do you have any leads on recovering the bracelet?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
Indeed. I'm just taking notes. I don't know if the game takes any notes for you, but... No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
I guess this means you don't consider me good enough to help track down the bracelet?
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my CrimeLink computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards.
Emma Nimpton.
Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop. Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
Probably investigate this garbage can, right? There could be something inside, you don't know.
I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel.
What are all these items? This looks like chocolate sauce, Bosco sauce.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good.
Someone who was back here likes chocolate.
Well, obviously, the window was broken from the outside.
Fun fact, I'm allergic to chocolate. It gives me migraine headaches, so I never eat this stuff. I'm sure I've mentioned it numerous times on the channel, but for those of you who are new here, now you know.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
Let me come up with anything. We just started.
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you.
It sucks, but I've managed to live with it. I've been living with it since I was in 3rd grade, so... White chocolate's fine, because it's not really chocolate. I'm fine with Nutella. It's chocolate with hazelnut, I think. So that's kind of weird. I'm eating chocolate. I can't live without chocolate. I might get headaches migraines all the time. Yeah, chocolate's so good, but I had to do it. Like, I have problems with 2 of my favorite things. Chicory and chocolate. Yeah, chicory has the same effect for me as chocolate. It's bizarre. They both give me migraine headaches. And knock on wood, I haven't had a migraine headache in a very long time, so I've been good about it. Been taking magnesium pills, which is supposed to help. The bracelet. Let's ask about the bracelet one more time.
It was a beauty. Encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold.
Who did his makeup? The guy from the Leprechaun movies? Like, this is so bad. Alright, let's go back to the street. Can we actually look at anything else in here? There's so many interesting objects in here. Louis Lamitz. About him.
Louis and I go way back. We ran guns to Ethiopia before World War III, then fought in the same regiment during the war. After the war, Louis opened the Brew and Stew and told me about this shop, which I bought for a song, and then I started my own pawn business.
Yeah, so it's the process that they use to make the cocoa in, I think. Whatever ingredients they put in to make like the cheap ass Hershey's chocolate and all that stuff and Nestle. I think that's what does it. Because I've been outside of the country and I've had pure chocolate and I'm fine. So, the record, I get chronic stress migraines all the time, regardless of what I eat or don't eat. So I don't have an allergy to chocolate. Look into magnesium pills. They've really helped me out. I take one a day, and it's got no side effects to it. And when I take them on a regular basis, the more I take them, the better the longer I go without actually having a migraine headache. So must have some effect. They say also the B2, I think, not B12, B2, supposed to be good for that too. Vitamin B2. That's what I think. That's what I think, because it's sulfites, because red wine will do the same thing too. And they put sulfites into red wine, certain types of red wines, like the cheap kind. Hot dogs might have that effect too on me, so I stay away from them. In America, most chocolate is processed with high levels of potassium and phosphorus. Yeah, it's definitely the way it's processed. Really? Well, that explains it then. Being that I've had a kidney transplant and everything, and kidney issues. Makes perfect sense for me. Alright, I don't think we have anything else to ask him. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but everything nowadays is. It's funny, because if you go outside of our country and eat stuff that's local there, like chocolate and stuff, they don't put the chemicals and preservatives that they do here. And they taste so much better.
Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now she seems to have a thing for me.
Alright, let's go in. We'll ask her about the burglary first.
Well, it's that a handsome P.I. Tex Murphy. Have you come to take me away?
It's me, Francesca. Oh my god, this over-the-top acting is just wonderful in this game. Yeah, it's mostly a North America thing. I think we're doing more harm to ourselves, because like every day there's like listeria or some kind of outbreak or something. That's why everyone says American fast food is so tasty, but everyone loves that stuff in Europe and other countries because it's much healthier, yeah. I mean, in Europe, if you have chickens or your neighbor has chickens, you're gonna eat fresh eggs all the time. It's just the way it is. Nasty, not tasty. Oh, okay. Because it's much healthier. Well. Undecided. Let's go undecided.
I would if you weren't so married. Actually, I might anyway if you help me out.
Oh, how exciting! And what may I do for you?
Microplastics, E. coli, or lead. Guess lead's the safest out of all of them, right? Refraction did not enjoy the food when he was in Paris. McDonald's was the only place he got a decent meal. Some European cities, that might be the case, but... When I was in Italy recently, like, fast food, they had a KFC there, they had a McDonald's, but no way in hell, like... Just the fresh cooking and being there and just eating fish that was just fish 2 miles away, like that morning, you can't beat that. But yeah, I understand. Sometimes it's hard to eat in a foreign city. Sometimes you just can't find the right places. Let's ask her about the burglar.
I heard that Rook's place got robbed. It scares me to death. There's so much crime in this part of the city. Can't help you, Tex.
Can't help me, so you're useless.
He was a weirdo who opened up a shop just down the street. That would have been a couple of years ago. The business went under in a hurry and the clown just disappeared.
Israel in 88. Yeah. If you're not used to it, it's kind of tough.
Sorry, I don't know anything about that. Ardo is an overgrown kid. He comes in here for the all-you-can-eat buffet, and I've got to kick him out every time. If I didn't, he'd eat everything we got. Me and Sal got married too young, and it's been up and down ever since. I've had enough of his drinking and the womanizing, and I divorce him in a second, but he's got a couple of buddies who are top lawyers. If I had some hard evidence of his screwing around, I could divorce him and get a decent settlement.
New pork rinds. New brand of them or different flavor?
Well, I was hoping you'd get around to asking about me. I'm just a lonely, hot-blooded woman who needs the love of a good, strong man.
Aye. Cinnamon churro flavored and butterscotch. Really? Cinnamon churro flavor sounds amazing. I don't know about butterscotch. I guess I'd have to try it.
I like Louis. He runs a nice place, and I go
Damn
over
good.
there and chat with him when the business is slow.
I'll see if I can get them if I go out. Usually you get all these weird, interesting flavors of pork rinds and stuff at like truck stops and rest areas.
Chelsea is a nicer girl. Sal tries to flirt with her,
good.
but she doesn't give him the time of day. Rook is a tough old geezer. I've known him ever since we opened the Slice of Heaven back in 32, but I can't say I know him very well.
All right, Francesco, I think we're done. Fountain Lunch. Let's go there. Places all look boarded up. Local diner. Brew and Stew.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
No MSG, which they love to stuff into flavored pork rinds. That's good. It's hard to find stuff without it. Yeah, MSG is really bad. What we got around us? Oh yeah, the nuclear wasteland is right there.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local...
Just want to get inside. Can we do that?
Well, that's not gonna work. Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
Is it not giving me the open? Well, we opened it. I guess we just walk in. Okay.
The Brew and Stew is run by Louis Laments, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
This guy's a real looker. So, interesting thing. Before I had my kidney transplant, they told me never to eat salt. They were like, raises your blood pressure, it's gonna kill you. I'm like, okay. Got the kidney transplant. I've had nothing but low blood pressure since. So now they're telling me put salt back into my diet, which is crazy. I had a store-bought pizza yesterday and a quarter of the pizza contained 1,250 milligrams of sodium. That's awful. See, that is too much. A little dash of salt here and there isn't bad, but... it's nasty. Yeah, without... my blood pressure has been like 99/70. That's like my average blood pressure. So if I do like any housework or exercise, like I start feeling it after an hour or so. I get really tired because the blood pressure drops even more. So now I just put a little dash of salt and everything and I'm fine. Yeah. There have been times where I've like, you know, I feel like an old man after coming in from doing yard work and I just fall asleep. Salt from a shaker? I could, but like tonight we had some onion rings. They were salty. Like that's fine. You know, I'll go out and get French fries. They never salt the French fries, mainly because, you know, you're not supposed to have a lot of sodium. So I'll just take a little bit of extra salt and put it on there. For me, it's too much salt when after I eat the meal, I still taste it. And like I go to bed and I wake up the next morning, I still taste salt in my mouth. Then it's too much salt. Yeah, onion rings, man. I went off the diet today because, you know, tomorrow's Thanksgiving and we go off the diet again.
About a pitcher of beer and the love of a good woman, Louis.
I can't help you with the woman, Mike. Yeah, no problem with the beer, though. Put it on your tab?
Put it on my tab. Let's ask him about Norm.
Why not? How many $1,000 do I owe you anyway?
Don't worry about it, Mike. I know you're good for it.
All right, let's ask him about the burglary.
Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye.
Oh, it's not your fault it's all you can eat. They're the ones that decided to do it that way, so load up on this stuff. Or just take the plate that they're being served on and walk away.
Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it.
All right. What do you say about this again?
Rook's been robbed before.
Robbed before.
But he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye.
Starting to think this burglary was an insurance scam. It's true, sometimes they made onion rings special just for me because I asked and I went with my parents so often. They're like, oh no, here he comes. Give him the plate of onion rings so everybody else could eat theirs.
He was a strange one. He had a show on TV for a while. Got pretty popular. Then he quit the show and went into business. He opened up a shop right up the street from here. I guess he wasn't a very good businessman. The shop went out of business within a couple of months. Then Rusty just disappeared. I heard he'd made some enemies in the novelty trade. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there.
We don't even know. Well, we kind of know who the colonel was, but
Bardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination. Sal's a big guy with an appetite for food, wine, and women. He comes by here most every day for lunch.
I can only imagine them putting on the makeup on these guys and doing their teeth up and everything. And
Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened the pizza place 7 to 8 years ago, and they've been fighting ever since.
so 7 and 8 years ago, so they opened up in 2032. So this is about 2040.
Yeah, things are a little slow, but I'm getting by.
Why?
Having to lay off some of my kitchen help hurt my pride more than anything.
Hey, wife.
Chelsea acts tough, but she has to be with all the scum around. And she's as smart as she is pretty. She knows a lot of what goes on in the shadows of this city.
And Rook?
Rook's an ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's about that. There's nothing else to ask about. I don't think we could actually go to the wasteland yet. Pizza bar, been to there. I only have one bit of info I could actually put in that computer. Maybe 2, if it allows me to put in that the guy liked chocolate. Possibly. Let's go talk to Chelsea again.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but...
Is there a way to, like, just talk to her and not have to look at her every time?
She won't go out with me.
You get the talk icon. Okay, I get it.
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help?
The bracelet. We haven't asked her about the bracelet because we got the info for that after.
Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that.
Of course. Ardo? About Sal.
Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye.
Not good. Alright, Chelsea. See you later. Got our car there. Let's go back to the pawn shop, but let's go the back way. See if we can find anything there. Or we gotta exit from the inside out. Can actually go into the back alley.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
I'm all about doing what you feel, so if you feel naked, be naked. Hey, free spirit, man.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? It was a beauty. Ah, encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold. Louis and I go way back. We ran guns to Ethiopia before World War III, then fought in the same regiment during the war. After the war, Louis opened the brew and stew and told me about this shop, which I bought for a song, and then I started my own pawn business.
Alright, so that's how he knows Louis. Let's go to the alleyway and see what we can find. What's this?
The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm.
Baby rum?
An empty bottle of evanescent spring water. For those with a higher class of thirst. An empty bottle of evanescent spring water. For those with a higher class of thirst. I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley.
Probably something here in the back alley.
An empty bottle of evanescent spring water.
Okay.
Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees.
Let's get it. Can you use it?
This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
All right, so we got batteries out of the boombox. I was gonna say, if we replace the batteries in the boombox, can we listen to what might be in the tape recordings on it? Zabbing.
I wonder if these still work. Tingly tongue. Still got juice.
Good. Big bada boombox. I remember people walking around with those in the 80s. Even before then they had them, but...
I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley.
Just looking for clues, man. That's what we're trying to do here. This.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared.
Yeah, on their shoulders, walking around like this with them.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared.
Alright, there's got to be something inside this. We've opened it. What's inside?
Wow, a recyclable...
How do I choose option 2 on here? This is to zoom in and out. Like, I want to open it. I want to have to look at everything when I open it.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Ah, okay, so it's right mouse click, and then you can open.
Wow, a recyclable paper can.
Alright, there's nothing in there. These are all hint systems. How to move around, walk, tilt, slide. We could slide in this game? I had no idea. Maybe we should actually look at that. To walk, push, pull, or slide the mouse. And we know that. How do we slide? On the movement mode, click and hold the left mouse button. Move the mouse to the left to slide and right. That's obvious. Obvious for us now in this day and age. Let's save this game. It's been a while. Hold on. What about this?
Well, that steep staircase looked really hard to climb.
Aha! Bet you we got points for that one. Before we go there, there's more junk we can look at back here.
The texture of the pavement surface is a cross between a spilled Coke and sandstone. It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World.
Gonna miss, isn't he?
Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360.
He's fouled.
Reminds me of Fletch, Chevy Chase in that movie, where he thought he was daydreaming that he was a Lakers player.
Whatever's on the other end of this power box must be out of commission. The gauge is as dead as my love life.
Can we use the batteries in the power box?
Well, that's not gonna work.
No. Okay, well, we tried. Alright, let's go up top. Let's see what's up there. This mouse movement's gonna be a pain. I gotta lower the sensitivity even further. I think I have it set to like 25 right now. I think 15, 10 might do it. Problem is that the movement is based on 640 by 480. If I ever move it slightly past that window, that's when it freaks out. Gotta go slow.
Hey, this door's just painted on.
Snurderperds, how are you? Don't lower the sensitivity. We're about to have a breakthrough over here. Tell the Goss game how you really feel. Oh lord, I hope I'm not making you guys sick with all this movement.
Hey, this door's just painted on.
The door's just painted on. Great, can't even open it. Oh, that was going to be a crowning moment to go in through that door and find something that actually leads to solving the mystery, but... What's good, Snurderperds? We are... Oh, actually, let's see what's in here, if anything.
Oh, man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I oughta know. Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything.
Yeah, he is a little like Andy Richter. This is before Andy Richter's time, though, I think.
Oh, man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old... Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment.
Alright, so somebody's living in here. He's probably seen something. We need to go find whoever that is. Maybe our friend inside here at the pawn shop knows who's living there.
Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
What now, Murphy?
Not even an option to ask him about the back. Great. He's got so many interesting things in his store, and I can't even ask him about it.
Reminds me of playing hoops when I was younger, in the days before my lower vertebrae turned into petrified rock. Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is...
Hey, Bum Rocky, what's up? How are you? Oh, there's the guy. He just showed up. All right, let's talk to him.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Tired, long day at work.
What do you want?
It's school before the holiday. Yeah, hopefully you have the next 4 days to rest. So I'm really excited about this weekend. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, my wife's birthday on Friday, and the rest of the weekend I can just kind of relax, which is nice. Bum camaraderie? Let's try the bum camaraderie.
Looks like you're busy drowning your troubles, my good man.
Driving to North Carolina and back.
High and mighty. What are you, a preacher or something?
A nice drive. We're actually going out to Long Island tomorrow, but because of the weather, it might take us a while to get there. Not too far. Probably a good 2.5-hour drive. North Carolina. If you go to the southern part of North Carolina, there's a small town there. I forget what the name of the town is, but a guy built out of junk a model UFO, or what we thought a UFO looked like in the 50s, and it's actually called the UFO Visitor Center. If you find it, you should go visit it. Check it out. The guy made it because he wants to greet aliens when they finally land on the planet. Apparently he thinks they're going to land in, like, southern North Carolina. But it's on TripAdvisor if you want to check it out. It's pretty weird. Going to Wilmington, we're celebrating my grandparents' 70th wedding anniversary. God bless, man. 70 years. Nice. People got married early back in the days, and their marriages lasted. You don't see much of that these days, but God bless them. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, don't go to UFO Visiting Center. Just hang out with them. 16 when they got married. Wow. It's different times.
Well, yes, I am, brother, and I'm here to save your soul.
Yeah, and I'm the Pope. Get out of my face, you lying dirtbag.
Uh-oh. I think we pissed him off. Oh, he's the guy who loves the chocolate sauce.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Oh, no. Not you again. Look, I want
Yeah, congratulations to
I'm
him.
almost out of chocolate syrup, and I'm not in a good mood.
Look, I'll do you a favor. If you're free Thursday, I'll take you to the Chocoholics Anonymous meeting.
Spare me the insults, tough guy. If you got something to say, spill it.
Alright. At some point we're gonna have to get a chocolate sauce bottle and bring it back to him.
I tried to forget you, I really did. But I had to come back and see what I could do to help you get back on your feet.
God, you are a pest!
God, what do I gotta do to talk to this guy?
Looks like Mr. Bum.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory me for a lot to do!
I don't make a practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Oh, hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it.
Nah, it's on Mr. Bum Rocky, but it's close. So we gotta go get some chocolate sauce and give it to him. Let's go do that. Where would we get chocolate sauce from? My guess is the diner. Right?
Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
So the cool thing so far is that we don't have, we haven't been locked, soft locked or anything in this game, so maybe there aren't any.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
Trying to help you out. Get any chocolate?
I don't know anything about that.
He doesn't know anything about the chocolate. Chocolate would probably be at the diner. So in this version of the game, you can actually set it so that the movement, when you go to move around the screen, it actually makes it full screen, like a full 640 by 480. It's pretty cool. But I was doing that earlier and I had to turn it off because I got a little motion sickness from it.
What can I get you?
Chocolate.
You want to try a slice of my chocolate pie? I can give you a piece to go if you like.
Examine it. Alright, at least we got chocolate pie. Want some rye? Of course you do. Assuming that's what you're referring to. He does sound like him. But it's only because of the makeup they put. Yeah. You get him drunk and eventually he like falls over and dies.
What can I get for you, handsome? How about a big plate of linguine with my own special sauce?
No thank you.
Sounds delicious, but what I really need is some information.
Chocolate? Maybe she's got sauce, not just pie.
Sorry. Ask me about something else.
Alright, forget it. Let's bring the bum the chocolate. Save this game. Want some rye? Of course you do. God, I remember playing that game when I was a kid and getting so stuck in it.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
I'm going to the alley. I don't think we can get to the alley from outside, so...
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane.
Alright, let's try the chocolate cake.
That's a lot to do.
Chocolate pie, actually. Why don't we give him the chocolate pie? Make an offer.
I don't make a practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Oh, hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Offering from the inventory.
Praise heaven! You've brought the ambrosia of life. Ask me anything you want.
Nice, we could finally talk to him. The burglary.
I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
That's some info. And we know he's got a tattoo on his arm that's green. It was huge!
Wish I could help.
Now he talks like a normal person when I ask him about the bracelet.
Nope, don't know a thing about it. Sorry, can't help you with that.
Ardo?
That big goon, he used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone.
Sal?
The only time I ever see Sal is when he gets drunk and comes by to pick a fight. Then I kick his butt and send him on his way.
Francesca?
I don't have much to do with her. They don't serve anything with chocolate in it at the pizza joint.
That's for sure. She couldn't give me any chocolate. Ooh.
Nice guy. Good cook. Every National Feed a Bum Day, he brings me one of his award-winning chocolate pies. Ugh.
Oh, we just gave him one.
I think Chelsea used to fancy me, till she found out my only true love was chocolate. Damn near broke her heart.
And Rook?
Rook, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that.
Alright, well, we got some information. Could probably go back to the computer and plug that in. You know it's a man. Although nobody's explicitly said that. At least I don't think they did.
What now, Murphy?
Nothing yet. Let's go to street. Where do we live? We live up here, right? That's our car. Alright, we want to go to the computer. Plug in what we have. Simple as that.
Grimeling computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office.
So 6'3", 6'4", 300 pounds. Green tattoo. Oh, how do I clear all this out? We don't know any of these. Well, we know some of them. Yeah, let's clear all this out. We don't know any of it. Don't know their blood type. Don't know their shoe size. They weren't a naked lady. Alright. Think we know they're Caucasian? Think they're male? 6'3" or 6'4", 300 pounds. The tattoo is the only defining feature. She didn't say what tattoo though, right? Yeah, we don't know yet. Probably not a mutant. Still too many matches. Alright, come back. Who else might know about the burglar? I'm gonna say Chelsea. Go talk to her again.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she...
What can I do for you, Tex? Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I
Anchor
stranger
tattoo.
hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
And the tattoo wasn't green, it was the bright green eyes. Alright, let's go back to the computer.
Crime-Link Computers...
Bright green eyes and a tattoo. That's gotta narrow it down a little bit, right? Color green. Anchor tattoo. That's it. Still over 100 people. Thing is, we don't know if he's Caucasian. No missing limbs, no whatever. Needle marks, no, we don't know any of that. Where do we go next? You know, the info Chelsea gave us, we should be able to ask the bum about what she saw and then share information between them, but apparently we can't. Wouldn't know about this guy. Go ask in the hotel.
The Golden Gate... I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire... I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms.
Oh, the place is shut down. That sucks. The warehouse is closed. Nothing back there. They won't let us back this way.
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
Okay, no one's there. This is not open yet, right? Rusty's Fun Mouse.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key.
Need to get a key for that. What's funny is you can't mention the bum to anybody, from what I know. It's not like it opened up another dialogue option
Murphy,
with
can't you
anybody.
find something else to do besides bothering me?
These are all the same people.
It makes me mad as hell that someone will break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet.
Bracelet again?
It was a beauty. Encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold.
Gold! Alright, let's talk to our friend here again.
Oh.
Ask away. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
Unfortunately, we can't talk to Ardo. He's tall. He'd be the guy to talk to. We know anybody who's 6'3". Oh wait, can we ask him about Ardo? Ardo doesn't look like he's 300 pounds though.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Mr. Bum. Not to be confused with Mr. Bum Rocky.
Ask away.
Ardo?
That big goon. He used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone.
Okay. Alright, let's go to the diner. We have 72 points, so we're obviously making progress.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
Yeah, membership to go into the electronics store.
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill.
Brains. Yeah, it's too bad we don't like them.
Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything real.
Yeah, we know that already.
Rook told me about the bracelet.
About Ardo.
Ardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination.
I'm gonna say Ardo might have had something to do with the burglary.
Francesca Lucido makes the
Let's ask her about Ardo. Let's ask everybody about Ardo. See, you could go full screen on the movement part. Doesn't work for me.
You look hungry, Tex. And I'll bet I could do something.
Gives me motion
to
sickness in full
satisfy
screen.
that,
Ain't me.
I prefer to stay hungry. I've got an image to maintain, you know.
Ardo?
Ardo is an overgrown kid. He comes in here for the all-you-can-eat buffet, and I've got to kick him out every time. If I didn't, he'd eat everything we got.
Alright.
Can't help you, Tex.
Why would Ardo steal a bracelet, though? I don't know. We go inside the hotel.
On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much.
point of going there. And drive somewhere? Coit Tower and Chandler Avenue. Go to Chandler Avenue. Well, no, we were just at Chandler Avenue. Coit Tower. This is their version of
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
There's nobody home. The game has fast travel. I didn't even know that. And Ardo wasn't here.
I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades.
What will it hint to? Getting a new fax machine using the crime link computer, finding out who robbed the pawn shop. I hope this isn't going to give me, like, too many points. Let's save this before we do it. Because if it takes away points, I'm not going to use it. Talk to Rook, the pawn shop owner. Take the case. Go to a newsstand. Talk to Chelsea. Ask Chelsea about the burglary. Remember the clues she used later. Get the bum in the alley to show up. See directory. Alright, so this is more just a checklist of what you can do in this game and what your mission's like. So this is helpful. This isn't really actually ruining the game. Ask the bum about the burglary. Remember the clues for later. Pressing the question mark. Pressing the question mark will have us lose points, so I'm not going to do that. So we have to go talk to Rook and take the case, which we did, but there's something else we can do right now that we haven't done yet. It's helpful to know that. Has nothing to do with Chelsea.
Rook Garner runs this.
Talk to Rook. Maybe we missed something in the alleyway?
Strikes me as a village idiot. He came by one time to see if I had any Inspector Burns action figures. I told him I'd never heard of these Burns characters and thought the kid was gonna tear my damn head off.
Oh, Rusty Clown.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so we know Ardo is violent. That's about it. I have to be missing some kind of clue in here. This is where he takes us after we talk to him.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash.
Oh, it gave me the move. Oh, clue. I knew there was something back here.
Looks like a key of some kind.
That's the key that's going to get us into the other store that's locked, isn't it?
The texture of the pavement surface is a cross between a spilled...
Get that. See if this will open the door.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
All these nice guitars he's got here. Fast cash. Old computer monitors, CRTs. Mechanical Jaguar. This little drummer boy. Like, I want to ask them about everything in there. They, of course, made it so that we can't. So the key's got to open up something, right? Maybe here?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Really? It doesn't open that. So what else is closed here? The electronics store is closed?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Let's examine this. What else is locked around here? Is this an actual place to go to? Next to the pizza place? Oh. Or this is the pizza place. I thought the door was on the corner.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, nothing we could ask. We got the key. Oh, something on the floor. Burglaries baffle police. To read the newspaper, move the cursor over one of the articles in the newspaper to highlight it and click the left mouse button. A close-up of the article will appear. Excellent. To select another article, click the resume button and repeat the steps above. Alright. The total of inner city pawn shop burglaries committed over the past 3 weeks now stands at 9. Zippy Cash, located at the corner of Jackson and Maple Streets, was broken into 3 nights ago. Pawn shop owner Urban Robbie did not report the crime until this morning, thinking it was simply a practical joke played by his friends. Tragically, this was not the case. Of the 9 burglarized pawn shops, excuse me, Freudian slip, Zippy's Cash was only the second not owned by a mutant. There's been some speculation that police are not actively investigating the crime since most of the victims are mutants. Mayor Lender, who is up for re-election next year and will need the mutant vote to gain his to retain his position, has publicly called the police onto the carpet. Police Lieutenant Mac Malden was heading the investigation, denies that the police are dragging their feet. What we're dealing with here is some kind of master criminal. He just hasn't left us much of anything to work with. Lieutenant Malden is sure that the burglaries have been committed by the same person. The MOs, method of operation, have been almost identical. A girl goes to a pawn shop, hawks a piece of jewelry for a large amount of cash, and then the shop is broken into that same night. Lieutenant Malden would not specify, but said the team of detectives had some evidence and hoped to have some solid leads within the next few days. So if we can go and talk to them, maybe they have leads for us. But they'll never talk with us because we're just a PI. Body found in Bay. Sorry. The body of Daniel Murray, 29, was discovered floating in the San Francisco Bay yesterday morning, spotted by passengers on a whale sighting scuttle. The body was recovered by police and then was sent to the city coroner's office for an autopsy. Cause of death has been listed as suicide, though bystanders report that the corpse was remarkably disfigured and contorted. Personal injury lawyer followed the ambulance to the coroner's and reported that a quarantine was initiated not long after. Lawyer was a ambulance chaser, of course. Need cash, Poets Corner. Senator committed to asylum. Grateful Dead tour. Resurrection tour in Lazarus, Pennsylvania. Conjunction with the Rolling Stones. Why the crusade must be stopped. Can I read this one? There we go. Police officers acquitted of assault in civil suit. ACLU. Heart and Soul. Art is not dead in the Bay Area. Its rotting corpse is stinking up the place. Not just dead. An artist who calls himself Logo. Yeah, not much. Alright, so we found that.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is...
Talk to Louis again, I guess?
Okay, what's on your mind?
Mac Malden. Gonna ask him about Mac Malden.
He's one of the few norms besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical cop.
It's a cop.
A little dim, and not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town.
That's it?
He's one of...
Alright. Now we get to ask everybody about Mac Malden.
What can I do for you? Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Of course not, Francesca. Why would you know about that?
All hell has broken loose since the government stopped recording.
Mac Malden.
What can I do for you, Tex?
What do you know about him?
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Nothing.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh boy, who knows about Mac Malden? Somebody's gotta know about Mac Malden, right? Does Mom know anything about him? I doubt it.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum.
Ask away. Wish I could help.
Everybody wishes they could help. So the mutants don't like Mac Malden. You know what? Let's actually go to where the mutant part of town is. I mean, this is like a whole separate thing we gotta deal with, so let's do that. What time is it? I got an early day tomorrow. I think we're gonna go another 20 minutes here.
What now, Murphy?
We'll continue this on Sunday. I gotta really drive tomorrow. No, not through the alley.
Judas, Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
See if we can actually go this way. Stay clear, radioactive.
And there are signs of radioactivity everywhere.
So we can't walk in there. Will we die if we walk in there? Is that the end of the game? Radioactive part of town. I guess if you hit the question marks, it actually shows you those hints. Because I was like, where are those hints coming from? It's not gonna let me in, is it? Bridges. Huh. Check out the hits. Examine the newspaper and read the article on pawn shop robbery. We did that. Get the newspaper. There's absolutely something we're missing here, though. I'm afraid to look. Anything else we can do? Oh, you know what? We need a new fax machine. We got to get that, I think, from the electronics store. Because, you know, faxes are all the rage now, still. Mailing the credit card application. Oh, you know what? We can mail that credit card application. Get the credit card application for the electronics shop from Tex Murphy. Examine the credit card application. Still have it. Examine it one more time.
A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
So we need to sign it. We need to get a stamp. We need to mail it. There's a mailbox out in the street. What else? Getting a new fax machine in Tex's office. Look at the fax machine on top of the file cabinet. We did that. Electronics store's gotta have it. Crime link computer we used. And for information clues on who robbed the pawn shop. See directory. And last but not least, getting into Rusty's. Go into the street and look at door to Rusty's. We need a key. We have a key. Not the key that opens that. Try it again. Alright. A couple of things to do here. There's the mailbox. Let's try the key again on this door. Maybe there's a side door. Is there? No.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key.
Key from Alley.
Well, that's not gonna work.
He's looking. Let's see if we can open the door.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate...
Yeah, I got that.
Well, that's not gonna work.
I have to use it right on the lock?
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay, couple of things here. Can we use our inventory when we talk to people and ask them about what's in our inventory?
What can I do for you, Tex?
Can I ask her about the newspaper, the batteries, the sales flyer? Ask her about the key. Does it work this way? This is what? The surgery gift certificate? Can we give it to her? Yeah, there's nothing and nothing to ask her about. What do we do with the key? It doesn't open the door to the, that shop over there. So we need to sign the piece of paper. Let's see if we can get that signed.
On the top floor of this place is where I...
Alright, all we need is a pen. Remember, we need a new fax machine. We can't fax this in.
Ah, Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman.
Oh, there you are.
I'm gonna
I
go
married
through all
her
that
for
again.
better or worse.
The whole story about how she cheated on him. Right when he was there. About this fire extinguisher.
Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle.
Hey, creature, how are you? Yeah, I saw it. I haven't had a chance to look at the games yet, though. He said they're not that good, but we'll take a look. Alright, I don't want to take hints. Examine the credit card application, which we did. Yeah, I'll take a look before we end the stream. There's got to be something in there worthwhile. Might also be because they expect everybody to buy Black Friday games, so they don't want to give too much away.
A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
Signed, stamped, and mailed. So I'm also going to need a stamp. Is there anything inside the desk drawers?
As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess.
Funny if there was a pen in here.
Nothing in here but a pen.
Oh, the pen is in there.
Nothing in here but a pen.
Let's go look at that pen. This mode is like annoying. There's no in between. Whoops. Minimize the game. Ah, the game is going bonkers now. There we go. Like some overhead view. I get the pen. Okay. Combine the pen with the credit card application. Filled out application. Look at that.
Now all this baby needs is a stamp.
We just gotta stamp it. Who would have a stamp? Who sells stamps? Chelsea? Chelsea would sell stamps, right? No? Maybe. He's got other drawers here. Maybe he's got a stamp in there.
As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. Nothing in here but a stamp.
Of course, there's a stamp in there. How do I look down? Now I'm on the ceiling. Gotta be a way to reset this view. Definitely not that. I'm going to leave and I'm going to come back in again and see if that changes everything. Game's a little wonky when it comes to walking around and moving around. I think we're now back at eye level. Need to get that stamp.
Nothing in here but a stamp.
Well, why can't they get the stamp?
Nothing
I don't
in here
understand
but a
that.
Stamp.
Can't see the stamp in there. I think the only way to get it is to actually see it. There it is. Okay, combine this with filled out application. Now we just gotta mail it. Gonna give me this view, ain't it? I don't like it when it switches to that. Let's see if we could take that off. Application. Auxiliary panel config. Windows size. I think this is what I want. Captioning should be on. Walk speed is slow, that's fine. Max tilt control. In reverse. So you could reverse up and down in this game. Easy was telling me earlier you couldn't. I think that's what he meant. This is the Steam version of the game. It runs pretty well. Hasn't crashed or anything.
Francesca Lucido makes the spice.
Alright, let's go mail this application. Hoping to get away from this full screen walking look. But what the heck. We'll keep it this way for now. Ready to mail application. Use it on the mailbox.
The Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning.
Alright, we took care of that. 84 points. Okay, once we have the credit card, we can get into the electronics shop and hopefully buy our new fax machine. So this point system actually takes away points for actually looking at the hit menu. It's 4 points for every time you click, or 7 points. It depends on what you're using to click the hint menu. It's crazy. Alright, so I guess we're getting mail tomorrow. So what do we do? No way to just go to sleep, right? So we wait. So we need the fax machine.
The Scotch guard that Rudy's upholstery.
There's a bed back here. Can we go to sleep? That'd be nice.
That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required.
Can look at it, but I can't use it. Stuff we need to finish before doing this. What do we got? The sales flyer, the surgery gift certificate. It needs a surgery gift certificate. Then we got the newspaper. We asked someone about the newspaper article. Maybe pawn shop guy. Try that.
That's the door to the street.
So our next stream of this will be Sunday at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Probably closer to 2 though, but I usually try to start at 1:30 so I can finish half an hour earlier. It helps.
What can I do for you, Tex?
Can I ask her about the newspaper? Can't. We need to go find this Lieutenant Malden. Is there another way that we could actually ask her about this stuff? Like that?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Do you want surgery?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Batteries?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Sales flyer? Probably not.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Newspaper.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay, well, we tried. Let's go back to the pawn shop and show them the newspaper article.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
Oh, I can't show them that. Oh well. So we go to the alley. Ask our friend here if he knows anything about that stuff.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, none of this is gonna work. He only wanted a chocolate pie, which we gave him. We found the newspaper outside of the diner. We could ask that guy about him.
What now, Murphy?
Sure, there's a way to bypass that dialogue and talk to that guy every time we go from the alley to the street.
What can I get you?
Not gonna let us show him anything. Oi, her.
Francesca Lucido makes the
What can I do for you?
See, some people it allows us to use stuff on them, and other people it doesn't. Gift certificate entitles you to 1 free cosmetic job. 30 minutes to a better you. think we just gotta wait till the next day, but I don't... Like, it penalizes me even for looking at the hint menu. I'm not even looking at hints. I just want to see, like, what's next. We'll go anywhere new with our car. Police station. Let's go there. There you go. Bingo. Go talk to this guy. Let's do that now. This game was heavily inspired by...
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Still the wise guy.
Oh, come on. Remember the Martian Memorandum case? Hey, we made a swell team.
Yeah, those were the days. I don't get cases like that anymore. Things are harder now. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
They gotta have some information on this, right?
Sounds like we might be looking for the same burglar. Let's compare notes, old buddy.
No chance, Murphy. I don't need you getting in my way. Go play detective somewhere else.
Ah, he shut us down. Let's go back.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
Come on, you gotta have an answer.
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
Make a fermented deal.
Tell you what, help me solve this case I'm working on and I'll buy you a scotch. And not the cheap stuff.
Bribing a cop, eh, Murphy? Get out of here now and I might not bust you!
That was considered bribery? I was just trying to be friendly with him.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
No, because I really like to watch your face turn red.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Okay, I can't crack this guy.
I'll bet you could use an extra strength laxative and a nap.
Yeah? And you could use a punch in the chops! Get out of my office!
You can use a punch in the chops. I like this guy.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
No, because I really like to watch your face turn red.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Man, I can't.
Listen, I'm working on a burglary case and I'm looking for a lead.
You and me both, Seamus. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Let's do pride.
What you need is San Francisco's best detective on the case.
Yeah? I asked him to help out, but he's busy. Now shove off!
Oh, we can't do the right dialogue path for this guy. Let's try him one more time.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
I was planning on it, but you know I couldn't find your sister or your mom.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Alright, there's a certain order to all this. Fondly reminisce.
Oh, come on. Remember the marsh?
Yeah, those. The mayor's office is.
Suck up?
Sounds like we might be looking for the same burglar. Let's compare notes, old buddy.
No chance, Murphy. I don't need you getting in my way. Go play detective somewhere else.
Alright, we can't really talk to this guy. And if I go to the hints, it's not going to give me much of anything.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
It's going to just take away my points. He's not even on the... He's not even on this yet. Like... I don't think we're supposed to talk to him yet. Camilio! Yo, Camilio, what's up? How are you? What's good? We just started Tex Murphy today. Kind of at a point in the game where... just kind of lost all leads. We're trying to find out who robbed the, Yeah, we're playing as a gumshoe. What's up, Arrogant? Playing Betrayal at Condor. Nice. DOSember. More DOS games. Thanks for the follow. Or resubscribe. Thanks, Camilio. Let me give you a shout out. Started Killing Moon under a Killing Moon tonight, but I can't,
You fucked up, okay? You are fine.
What was that all about? Guys, follow Camilio. Playing Betrayal at Condor. The Dynamix game. Dynamix was part of Sierra Games at one point. Back in the day. Yes, I saw you were starting Martian Memorandum tomorrow. This guy's actually in Martian Memorandum, the guy we're talking to right now. I don't know why or what he's all about from that game, but he's in that game.
No, because
I'm trying to talk to this guy, but I can't get much of anything out of him.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Alright, I don't think we need to go and talk to him yet. There's a hint system in this game, but it takes away one of your points every time you even look to see where you are on the case. Kind of stupid.
Oh, come on. Remember the Martian Memorandum case? Hey, we made a swell team.
Officer somebody or rather. Forget his name.
I don't get cases like that anymore.
McLoon, Muldoon. Something like that.
The mayor's office is all over me again.
Draconic, what's up? How are you doing?
Robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
So you're doing some DOSember earlier.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a norm.
Caucasian AB negative blood. Okay, we got what we
narrows
needed.
down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
I'll write this down. Now we go use our computer. What was it? AB negative? What do you say? Nope. Gotta do this all over again.
Can't you find something better to do?
DOSember is here. Yeah, Movember is over, so.
No, because I really like...
See if we get back. You said AB negative, right?
Listen, I'm...
You and me both. The mayor's office is...
So you and your...
Of course.
AB, okay. AB negative.
To about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
Alright, we got a lead. Let's go back to the office. I'm on that no shave till Clint. Awesome. Yeah, this game's pretty good, Camilio. I think you'll be happy with it when you play it. I'm assuming you haven't played it before. So we got the point back that we lost with the hint system. Perfect. I have to turn down the mouse sensitivity some more. It's just ridiculous. It's the only problem with this game. Otherwise, it's
Primelink
cool.
computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
Alright, so they said he was Caucasian. He's not a mutant. He has AB negative blood type. Pretty much guess about everything else, I think. Missing head? Still don't have enough info. The anchor tattoo. Nobody said anything about him having scars. Save it. Oh, you know what? The filing cabinet. Maybe there's more stuff we can look in the filing cabinet. And we do need to go to sleep at some point.
Nothing here but nostalgia.
Just doesn't allow us to do that yet.
Nothing here but nostalgia.
The other drawers don't open? Guess not.
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
We need the credit card to get into the electronics store to buy that.
That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required.
Yeah, but we can't use the bed, I don't think.
That's a perfect bed for...
White Tower, we can't get into. What about this? Can we open these?
The dusty credenza I've got serves only one purpose, and that's to keep the dust off the floor.
Alright, we got that out of our system. What else? Upholstery. Okay. Don't want to make a phone call. Anybody else have seen the
door to
burglar?
the street.
Let's go talk to everybody one last time, and then we'll figure it out on the next stream. See why this game is so good.
What can I do for you, Tex? Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
All she remembers. Thanks for a raid yesterday. You raided and I walked out the door for food and coffee. No problem. I was there for a bit, just listening to the music, watching the AI stuff, like form into images, and it was pretty cool. It was just relaxing. Yeah, I just saw you were on, so I'm like, let me raid him. It's the least I could do, and I figured you either stepped out or you fell asleep with that thing running, and it's all good. Raid you again next time. Okay, so that's all she knows. That's all we're gonna get out of her. So we're kind of like at a dead end here, but not a dead end in that we're soft locked or anything, but rather a dead end in the fact that we just have nowhere else to go. We haven't figured out what our next step is.
I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades.
Can we use anything in our inventory to get in there? Like the key we found? It'd be funny if the key opens this up.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Hold on. It's not the door. The dead end of mean streets. Streets are mean, man.
Well, that's not gonna work. I heard that Ardo shuts the place.
I get that, but it's shut down. Why can't we open it?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay. Let's try this building back here. There was nobody around earlier. Should let us in.
Coit Tower was once a majestic.
Yeah, there's nobody in there. Oh, maybe this opens the warehouse. I haven't tried the key on that.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door.
But I have a key right here. Why can't I use it?
Well, that's not gonna work.
What's the key for? All right. Let's resume this. On Sunday. I'll think about this a little further. Oh, this is closed too. Let's try to open this, the movie theater. Something's got to be able to use this. Well, that's not going to work. Harvester. Flashbacks of Harvester, right?
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's...
It's getting closer.
The Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was condemned years ago and could collapse any day. There's no way I'm going in there.
Okay, he's not going to want to go in there. So I got a key I can't use on anything. Not yet, at least. Tried using it on that store. It wouldn't work there either. Alright, let's call it here. Continue the case on Sunday. It's cool you're playing through these. I have avoided them far too long. They're so good, and they had a sale on Steam not too long ago, and I picked up all of them. End of stream 1. We gotta find a way to go to bed so that we could get the credit card in the mail for the electronics store and go buy a new fax machine and wait to see what the fax is that comes in. What else do we need to do? Figure out what to do with these batteries. I don't know where this key works. Got the newspaper, that's fine. More people have to have ideas of what they saw and who this person is, because unless I put all of the information in, it's not going to give me any info about this robbery thief. And the surgery gift certificate looks like something we might use just for the hell of it, but we'll see. All right. Thank you for the raids, Peebs. Emilio, I'm sorry we've only played for a little bit since you raided me, but I appreciate it. Thank you again for the sub as well. Arrogant, Braxton, everybody was on stream tonight. Alex, Draconic, have a good night. No, I'm forgetting a million people. Yadasak, I know you're out there. Thank you again for the lurk, as usual. Mitral was here earlier. No, I'm forgetting people. Take a look. Nerdipurge dropped by. Eves gave us a nice raid. Alex was here. I think that's everybody. If I forgot your name, I still appreciate it. Well, of course, BZ Plasma was here too. Let's find somebody to raid. I'm enjoying this game. To find out what the next step is. I got more information by talking to the police officer. I just need even more information from there. So we're doing DOSember. I'm gonna raid somebody who's on the DOSember team. From the DOSember homepage. Let's go find out who the participants are. We'll raid someone new. Let's see what they're playing. We really need to put down the names of the games they're playing. So I know why I'm rating them. Just gonna pick somebody. Oh, actually, Cartube? Cartube is live right now? Is that what this is telling me? He can't be. He never goes live this late, right? No, he's not on. Alright, until I figure this out, let's raid somebody we normally raid. Tikaru's playing Little Nightmares. It's a cool game. Go check them out. Little Nightmares is pretty cool. Good night, everybody. And hope to see you on Tuesday. And by the way, have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're celebrating tomorrow. Eat a lot of food. Stay safe. Safe travels. And everything else. Stay safe out there. Have a good one, you and your family. Good night.
So, hello there, Nix. Welcome,